Yes, sir. It has happened again. Oh, Sam Omatseye, a popular columnist, a well-known Tinubu's boy, has alleged death threats from Peter Obi's supporters over his obituary write-up against Peter Obi. Okay, a popular columnist, Sam Omatseye, has alleged that the supporters of the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi, are issuing death threats against him over his recent article titled Obi-tuary. He said this in a tweet on Tuesday, 2nd August 2022, urging Peter Obi to caution his supporters. He added that the Labour Party presidential candidate will be held responsible if anything happened to him. He said, "Mr. Peter Obi, call your supporters to order. They are calling and issuing death threats to me. If anything happens to me, you will be held responsible." It will be recalled that Sam Omatseye, in his opinion piece titled Obi-tuary, published on Monday, 1st of August 2022 at the Nation newspaper, said Peter Obi has no landmark that could be attributed to him in Anambra as a former governor. He described Peter Obi as a shelter for miscreants. The opinion reads in part, Peter Obi has turned out to be an excuse for even closest Biafrans to betray open emotions about Biafra without being accused of it. This includes intellectuals who did not show mercy to him while he reigned in Anambra as a chief executive. It is like wearing a color beneath another color. Obi has become a shelter for both miscreants and activists of the crowd. He, Peter Obi, is therefore using religion as a bait. He is now on a weekly pilgrimage to churches. Jonathan did the same. The pastors, ever opportunists, see him as a darling. He is visiting a sessional hall of poets. This is the man who divided the church in Anambra State in his time between Catholics and the others. The article also reads, "I can excuse those who think that being stingy is good for the economy because they are looking at how they run their families and personal finances. But no economy works in history by saving money. It stifles the economy. He has not been able to tell us how he will do it and whether he has done it before. We have no landmark in Anambra State to attribute to him, no enduring legacy. But this essayist can understand why Obi knows that the crowd that adores him will not question him. He is therefore using religion as a bait. He is now on a weekly pilgrimage to churches. Jonathan did the same. The pastor, ever opportunist, see him as a darling. He is visiting a sessional hall of poets. This is the man who divided the churches in Anambra State in his time between Catholics and the others. He is trying to push himself as a Christian candidate of the South, while his messengers fill the air with sanctimonious groan about Muslim ticket. I am sure Kano will chuckled in his cocoon, especially when he contemplates what he alleged as his sinful rams in hotel. While Obi hopes from church to church and beclouds the hypocrisy among political pastors, the nation watches as sectional armies taunt and abuses others. But Obi will do nothing to restrain his rabble because he knows they are doing a good job in keeping the faithful within their own bubble, where they reinforce their own self-delusions. That will last until their last call at the polls. This is not the time to properly interrogate in detail the false intimations of Obi's agenda and hypocrisies. But it is safe to say one thing before he peters out and also towards an electoral obituary. The country knows the content of the crowd and its origin. They are a caterwauling group trying to seduce, without much success, those outside its ethno-religious tent. Obi earlier had to caution his supporters and loyalists against being toxic, urging them to tolerate other people's view and opinion. The former Anambra governor said this on his Twitter page in July, following his supporters' criticism of Boju Oyemade, senior pastor of Covenant Christian Center, and others perceived as attacking Obi on social media. For instance, Oyemade had advised youth not to waste their time on a poorly planned project. Although the clergyman did not mention any name, his advice was seen as an attack on the youth movement of Peter Obi. Obi therefore notes that embracing other people's view will allow possible collaboration with them towards his presidential ambition during the 2023 general election. Well, this is what Sam Omatseye called or alleged death threats. But he actually started it by titling an article, Obi-tuary. We all know the meaning of obituary. We all know the meaning of obituary. But it is so painful that Sam Omatseye, with his level of experience as a veteran journalist, who stood so low because of the peanut he gets from his paymaster, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that one that called himself Jagaban, that God has started disgracing. He has to stood low to write an article and title it Obituary. And now he's complaining that Obi supporters are abusing him, are threatening him when he started it first. Well, please drop your comments, like and share so we can post more videos. Thank you.